Buenas tardes, YouTube. Welcome to my channel, Better Monday Fasting. This video is gonna be on how do we break our fast, the techniques to break our fast, and what things we have to keep in mind so we don't hurt ourselves and have the best experience possible coming back from the past, from the fast. From the past, it will be back to the future. Trying to. So before we get started, as a disclaimer, I want to make it clear that the information I'm sharing in this video, it's only my personal experience. It's not medical advice. So do your own research. Do your own research. When we make decisions about our health, it's very important. We only have one life, as far as I know. So do your own research, because I don't have any diplomas. I'm not a medical practitioner. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just a citizen who has been fasting for the past 8 years, and it has done miracles for me. So I think it's my duty as a citizen to share it with a wider audience, because if we can multiply like the experience I had through fasting, I think it will be five better. What did I say? Way better world with less suffering and more things get done, and things that are that we have passion for. So let's get started. So I did a video, I'll put the link below, on how to get into a fasting state, and this one is how we get out, and this one is way more important. Like there are way more things we have to be careful. So the rule of thumb with breaking our fast is longer the fast, and that's kind of regardless of your level, but the longer the fast has been, the more careful and the more careful you have to be, and you have to be more progressive into putting back nutrients into your body, like the fast breaking period, so to speak, has to be longer. Like longer the fast, you have to take more time to break your fast, and always have a progressive approach, meaning don't break your fast with a burger. Like always start with liquids, and preferably liquids that don't contain sugar. So don't break your fast with, for example, orange juice, but more like break your fast with water. Coconut water is a great one. What else? Electrolyte powder, but sugarless and flavorless, better. Like the most basic electrolyte powder dissolved in water. Lemon juice. I mean, lemons are different than oranges. It's like it doesn't, as far as I know, it doesn't have that much sugar content, and it's actually good. It has other properties, like when you break your fast, like as far as your stomach is concerned, your colon, and also is astringent. So also for when we're fasting, after the fast, it's really those type of fruits are good because it has like a cleansing, dissolving properties. So another technique that is really important, I learned it the hard way. So what you want to avoid is, say you've been fasting for 36 hours and maybe you'll feel thirsty or something. So to rush on, oh my God, I finished my fast, like, and you start drinking like crazy. Like, this one I don't recommend, especially if you've been dry fasting. Because if you've been dry fasting, after a while, like your body puts itself into water saving mode. So because it sees that there's not much water, so it has to do with less, so it becomes like on a water saving mode. And if you, without giving any notice to your body, you just drinking half a gallon of water, then you'll bloat. It's not the end of the world, but it's uncomfortable. And that will happen to me a lot. Okay. Then I find out about a technique, which is you have to be patient. So when it's the time to break your fast, you only take one sip of water, and not like a full big sip, like a little like normal sip of water, and you swallow. And then you put the timer on and you wait between 8 to 10 minutes. You wait. You don't consume anything else, even if you have the desire, like to break your fast, like you're thirsty. You just be patient, and after the 10 minutes, slowly you can drink more water, but take your time. Like this is not like it's not like a race, and especially, I mean, I think in general, like we should eat slow, like really should eat, drink like really slow, like and put saliva in what we're eating, even if it's liquid, like very important. And so the approach, like you're gonna follow the progressive approach, which means you're gonna start with sugarless, calorieless liquids, and then you can have later on. It all depends. Like I'm a little bit careful of not giving time frame, because it all depends on how long your fast was. So that's why I cannot say. Well, the 8 to 10 minute waiting, that's like that doesn't change. That you can apply to any fast. But then the timing of things, it's going to depend on what you like, how long your fast has been, and if it was dry or not. So then little by little you can start eating like maybe something like coconut meat, if you have access, something that is not excessively sugary, like a fruit, like you can eat salads. And then later on the next step will be eating like so liquids, sugarless liquids, liquids or juices, and then fruits, raw vegetables like salads, like things like that, and then little by little maybe steamed vegetables. Then you can go back to eating regularly. I'm being careful because YouTube doesn't want like children on the video, so like I'm trying to avoid when I see kids, I try to avoid them so they don't get recorded. So that's the idea. So you break your fast very carefully, and you take your time, and you have a progressive approach to come back. Now we're going to talk about the timing, and that all depends on how long your fast has been. So for me, like the fast that I do more often is the 36 to 42 hours. And that one, I mean, I do exactly everything I said. It's just that within, I don't know, I do the whole thing within an hour or two. So I will drink a little bit, you know, then drink a little bit more. Then there's this Turkish soup that I'm making. It's a cold soup. It's called cacık. It's really good. Maybe I'll shoot a video with it. And I think I developed it, my own recipe. When I have access, I do it with seawater, and it's just amazing. So I ate something like that, and then since the fast wasn't that long, then later on in my 6-hour eating window, then I will cook something, eat. So like with a fast of 36 to 42 hours, within the day of coming back, I'm pretty much eating the same way as my OMAD. It's just that I take a little bit more time. And sometimes I also eat keto compatible fruits. So after the water, I will eat maybe a papaya with some lime juice. With fruits, I try to separate. If I'm going to eat fruits, I try to space my fruit consumption and food consumption. I've read it somewhere like that. It's for example, eating like fruit as a dessert. It's not very good for the liver. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's something I've adopted. It makes sense to me. Like fruits, they're kind of like they seem like friends, but they can be enemies. So we have to be careful with fruits. So with a fast like that short, yeah, you can come back to eating normally. It wouldn't change that much of your routine. Just avoid to rush. Like, I mean, if you are a person who eats in 20 minutes, you have people like that. I don't know. Like for me, it's impossible. That's why I prefer eating once a day, but I take my time. You know, I put some. There's this band called Stars of the Lid. I love. Just like ambient. Like I listen to them since the late 90s, I think. They've been around forever. Like, yeah, just put your, you know, it's like how much work has gone into producing that food, you know. And you're gonna eat it in 20 minutes. I mean, you're not filling the tank of your car, you know. Well, that's my opinion. And so for let's say a short fast for me, which is like 36 to 42 hours. So within that day, I will come back to normal. I will just take more time between the different types of liquids and food I'm consuming to ease in, to come back, to let the body to come back to normal. A rule of thumb with fasting is, because when you fast, you put a stress, like it's something that is not normal, you know, for the body. So the rule of thumb is you need the same amount of time. So say you did a 72-hour fast. So your body needs the same amount of time once you broke your fast to come back to normal. So always keep that in mind. So even if you had a short fast, like 36 hours, well, after breaking your fast, the next 36 hours, keep in mind, I mean, you can probably do everything you need to do, but just keep in mind that the body is still recuperating from the fast. And longer the fast, longer you're gonna need. So now I'm gonna give you the other extreme. So as far as I'm concerned, the intermittent fasting, I do the 18-6 every day, but I don't consider it as fasting. For me, it became by baseline. So those I don't even count in my what I do, because I count all the days I'm fasting throughout the year, but my intermittent fasting, I don't count it. So the longer fast I've done, it was in 2018. I did a 10-day dry fast. And actually I wanted to go for 12. Prior to that I did 2 of 9, 9 days. I've done some 7, I've done various 5s, 3, like 72 hours. Like, so I was trained, but day 10 I started experiencing. That's why it's important listening to the body. I started experiencing like symptoms that might have been like alarming, you know, because I had never felt it that way. So I was just like, oh, maybe this is the body is telling me that that's it, like that's the limit. So I broke my fast on the after completing the 10th day. So after breaking that fast, if I remember correctly, I have it in my journal, but I took like 2 days, even maybe more, where I only consumed liquid. So the same thing. I started with sugarless liquids. I think that one I broke it with lime juice. It was very, and then I was also monitoring my urine. So yeah, I'll make a video about that. And with the lime juice and everything, like the things that came out of my urine, that's when you feel like I'm doing something right, you know, with fasting. Like all that stuff, all that acidic material was inside of me, eating my organs. Like it's like, yeah. So then I was on and I had access to a juicer I had brought with me. Those are my friends, the dogs. They don't like me too much, but they always bark. So I had the juice. I had brought to Argentina. I had brought my juicer from Switzerland, and I was juicing a lot. So for a couple of days, I would just eat like juice, and I think I maybe made like a soup, something like that. And then third day, salads, like raw, like even not vegetable, like salads, like tomatoes and lettuce, like things like that, cucumber. And then I think the following day I started with steamed vegetables. Yeah, it took me like 4 or 5 days, like to come back to eating normal, you know. And that's and I could have even gone slower, because 10-day dry fasting for somebody who has not done it before, it's very, you start going very deep, you know, into cleansing. And there's an image, I think I heard it from a French fasting coach on YouTube, that you have to imagine the fasting is like, you know, you start fasting, so the food is not coming. So all the processes, the body starts doing very like subtle processes, like it's kind of cleaning and like, because when you're eating, it's like wow, digestion. You go to the bathroom, like it's more like a factory work, you know. But once you start fasting, you know, it's like the body's doing maintenance work, doing like really granular work, goes really deep, like maybe oils up some things, like cleans up other things, you know. Like imagine like a factory, like we stop production and now we're cleaning all the pieces of the equipment or the motors, and you know, we're changing components. So it's a little bit like that. So imagine that with so that French guy is giving an analogy of like, imagine you have a get together with your friends, but you're only like 3 or 4 people, and it's at night. You have like dim lights. You're having a conversation. If you're drinking, like I quit drinking alcohol, but if you're drinking, maybe you're having a nice wine. There's like maybe some Miles Davis playing in the back, and the conversation is like everybody's sharing like personal stories. It's very intimate, you know, like there's trust. So imagine a situation like that, and you're with your friends, you love them. There's like you're going into, maybe start talking about things that you wouldn't usually, and all of a sudden, imagine 15 of your. I'm gonna let the truck pass by. And suddenly, imagine like 15 of your also good friends, like friends that you hang out with. So 15 of them coming to your party, your intimate party, like, but in a party mood. So you have that get together with your friends, with your wine, with your chill, you know, like you're like, and then now you have 15 of your friends in, if you know San Diego, like Pacific Beach mode, you know, like, hey, party, you know, it will destroy, like, even though they're your friends, even though you want to accommodate them at your house, it will destroy the entire, like, the mood of your get together with your other 3-4 friends, you know, and you'll notice, like, then they very quickly the conversation will change, the intimacy will be gone, and so the fasting, when we break our fast, we don't want to create that situation. Like, we don't want to go, because when you're fasting, it's really like that situation where it's the get together with the 3-4 friends, you know, and so you don't want 15 of your Pacific Beach bro friends coming, crashing the party. Now this is the most technical crossing in Concepcion. It's really dangerous. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna show it. It's like it's a crossroad, but it's squid, you know. It's like it's not very well done. So that, like that, the road coming from there, it doesn't go exactly in a straight way, you know. There's like the two sides of the road, they don't really match, and then you have an avenue here that is crossing, and there's no lights, so it's very freestyle how they do it, you know. Look, like they're here, and it's a little bit like welcome to the jungle, you know. It's they do it however they can, and if you're a pedestrian, it's hard because they're really focused on, you know, for example, like this one. See, like if you want to cross here, no, because sometimes, you know, if you want to go straight, you have to do like you have to do like an S shape, and it's really technical. Like sometimes when now I don't take Ubers that much, but when I used to take Ubers, yeah, it's pretty technical. So I wanted to show you that because it happened in several videos. So back to breaking our fast. So yeah, I mean, I watched the video. I don't know if that all that imagery was clear enough, but so when you're fasting, your body turns itself into a how you call it, like a Swiss watch maker, you know, like it's like the job is doing, it's very precise, very small, and it needs a lot of like that type of attention. So that's why you don't wanna shock the body when you're coming back. You wanna let the body know with that first sip, hey, you know, water is gonna come, and keep in mind, the longer the fast, the deeper your body is gonna get into deeper work, you know. I mean, it makes sense. Like imagine like a surgery, you know, or when they open up the road, you know. Sometimes they drill a little hole and they fix something and that's it. But if they're gonna do involved work, you know, they have to open it up, And then it's hard to say. You're not going to say, hey, in 10 minutes the cars are coming, we have to, no, you know. Then it's going to need time to, once we've done the repair on the road, like to put everything back to normal, like it's going to be more involved. So deeper you go, deeper is the work, and more time it's going to take to come back. Because I did that mistake with my 10-day fast, I scheduled it because I was taking classes in Buenos Aires. I was going to the university, and so I scheduled. We had like there was some vacation time, and so I was like, oh, okay, I can do the fast during the vacation. Like it was like a 10-day. So what I did is so I broke my fast. I had some. Then I had green juice. And then I went to class. You know, I was like, oh, well, I'm done with the fast. God. Oh, my God. Because during the fast, I was like very alpha. I was walking about like 20 to 30 kilometers a day. I was like I'll make a video about that. Like it was winter time there, but I was hot. Like, so I would do push-ups, and I was like, I wanted to eat the world. Like it was like, so then I was like, oh, I break my fast and I go to school. But as soon as I broke the fast, oh my God, like I couldn't, like, so in terms of food intake, I didn't do any mistake. But then I went into the subway and I couldn't keep up with there was way too much information, like being in an urban, busy situation. Like everything was too loud, like, yeah, way too much information. And then I went to class. I was very like irritated, and it's the first time, like I did like 6 years of college in the US. I think I probably maybe never missed class, and I like that. Maybe like I'm not 100% sure. Maybe I missed one day sometimes. But one thing I'm sure of is like I never walked out of a classroom, even if it was boring, even if I knew, just by respect and just doing the thing, you know, because once you start doing that, then you'll do it again and all that. Like so, so this was the first time I couldn't take it. So we had a break. And people were like, hey, you know, they had not seen me for 10 days. So they're like, hey, how are you? How was your vacation? And everything was irritating me. Like I couldn't take, like they will make a joke, like I just couldn't take it. Like it was horrible. And so we had a break from class, and I left, and then I left. So like I decided to not go. Like then for other reasons, I left. That was my last academic experience. Like yeah, I was taking classes more for. Back then, I wanted to open up a physical business, a coffee shop, and I was taking at the university. Like I was taking classes for gastronomy, and I was about to change my plans to not pursue that career. Then I became nomad and all that. So it wasn't because of the breaking the fast experience that I quit school, but then yeah, it just happened to be that was the only time that I left class in the middle, but it was my last class in life at the university. So yeah, all that extra information to tell you that yeah, it's very important. Like when we're breaking our fast, we have to be very, very careful. That's like and you learn. I mean, it's not like you will make mistakes, so don't be afraid to making mistakes. And then you learn your body, you learn what works better. But we just don't want to make big mistakes, you know. We don't want to make mistakes that can hurt us, or mistakes that can instead of the fast doing us good, that will be a negative thing instead. So we want to avoid that type of situation. Yeah, always be careful, and after repeating several fasting cycles, then you know it's like anything, like if you're a soccer player, you know how much warm-up you need, you know how much stretching you need after the games. Yeah, you know all that. So like with fasting, it's very much like a sport. So like now, like I know for me, like when I do now every week I'm skipping my OMAD, so I only eat 5 times a week. And yeah, like on the days so on Thursdays and on Sundays I'm coming back, I'm breaking my fast. Today is Monday, yesterday I broke my fast. So I just know that I have to, since it's a short fast, it doesn't change my routine that much. But still, I'm conscious, and also I'm conscious that I need another 36 hours to recuperate from the fast. So yeah, I think that video went way too long. Yeah, it went 30 minutes. So yeah, so if you watched it up to this point, thanks a lot. And yeah, that's all I can think of from the breaking the fast. It's just gotta be very careful, going progressively, and longer the fast. We're gonna spread out the food intake more until we come back to the normal state. Yeah, so thanks a lot for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you soon in another video. Yeah, I'm trying to not get when there are kids, like I try to not get the kids inside not film the kids, So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.